Ability Center's Inner Athlete.
Hey everybody, it's Junior, your favorite personal trainer here at Ability Center. Megan, my trusty assistant, is going to be showing you some seated positions as well. What we're going to be doing today is a workout I call the Inner Athlete workout. It's a workout I've done with a lot of athletes, young and old. Some who have done this and will see this video will realize and maybe have a little flashback, but that's okay. It's a great workout to kind of get the entire body active and really pumped, strong, and ready to go, as any athlete does. We have 5 movements. This is going to be broken up in a little different way. We're going to be doing what I like to call progressions. I want to show you one movement, we're going to work it, and then the other movement, and then at the end, we're going to have a little fun. I use the word fun loosely, but you'll understand what I mean later on. What we're going to do is we're going to show a movement called inchworms. We're going to call a movement called shoulder taps, climbers, high plank with a twist, and frog jumps. May not mean anything to you right now. We'll explain to you shortly. Okay, so the first movement we have called inchworms. Some people call it walkouts. It's okay. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of motions. Megan's going to also demonstrate a movement from the seated position. From a standing position, the inchworm is simply this. You stand, you're going to have feet shoulder apart, nice and relaxed. You're going to hinge at the hips and walk your hands all the way down to the ground. And you're just going to continue walk your hands out, support your weight until you're in a high plank. High plank means that you're going to be with your arms supported, shoulders right over your wrist, and then you're going to come back, walk your hands all the way back to your toes, and stand back up. That's an inchworm. Megan's going to demonstrate an inchworm from the seated position. She's going to walk her hands down, all the way down as comfortable as possible, and she's going to walk her hands back up to a seated position, and that's the inchworm from a seated position. I have a variation as well with the chair, that you can do an inchworm from the chair where you're going to stand in front of the chair, put your weight on your chair. You're going to walk your legs back, into a high plank, and then you're going to take 2 steps, stand back up, and that's your inchworm from a chair. So we have 3 variations: standing, with a chair, and seated. So what we're going to do first, we're going to have everybody do 5 inchworms. Go at your own pace. We're not timing you. Go at your own pace, either with a seated, chair variation, or standing. So let's get ready with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walking out, plank, and back up. Make sure you stand all the way back up or sit upright in order to complete the movement. What you want to be aware of is just to support your hands, making sure that you're comfortably supporting your hands. If you find that your wrists are starting to hurt a little bit, I recommend going to the chair variation. I'm going to do 2 more with the chair. Standing here, extend my feet out, high plank, come back and up. We got 1 more. Stand back, nice and straight back, stand up, and that's your inchworms. 5. Seems simple? Good. All right, so our next movement is called shoulder taps. What we're going to do is we're going to add on to our plank. So I'm going to go right back into my plank position. Megan's going to go into her plank position with her seated chair. And what we're going to do, we're going to just tap, take our right arm or what arm you want, tap your opposite shoulder, and then the other side, tap the opposite shoulder, and then you're going to come back into your standing position or your starting position. From the seated chair, same option, in the plank, and you're just going to tap your shoulder. So let's get into this. We're going to do 10 shoulder taps. We're not going to do the inchworm back and forth. We're just going to do 10 shoulder taps and then done. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. From our plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you notice, just keep the balance. Support your arms. And 10. Shoulder taps. Simple. All right. Next movement, climbers. What we're going to do with climbers is we're going to add on to our plank. So I'm going to show you from our plank position. What we're going to do is we're going to take our legs and we're going to bring our foot as close as possible to our hand as possible. So your left leg to your left hand, right leg to your right hand. Megan's going to show a seated position where she's going to bring in her knee in to her crunch. As she's doing that, again, from the chair position, same movement. Tap. Bring your leg in as close as you can. All right, so let's bring this up. We got 12 climbers. Each leg that taps is 1 rep. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So again, with your climbers, just make sure that you go as comfortable as possible. Bring that knee in as close, your feet as close to your hands as possible. Are you feeling, Megan?
Feeling good.
Good. All right, we got 2 more, and we're done. Good. Climbers, good, done. So as you can see, we're adding on, and adding on. Next one in our plank, called high plank twist. I'll show you from a seated position or from our variation. We're going to be in a plank, same thing on the ground. You're going to take your body, you're going to use your right hand first, and you're going to extend it all the way to the top of the ceiling while you're looking up at your hand, and you're back down to your plank position. Megan's going to show from a seated, where she's going to be extending and reaching as tall as possible, and back down. Good. All right, so we're going to do 10 of these, 5 on each hand, alternating until we each 10. Starting our plank, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Twist, back down, and twist. Simple. Yep. This is where the fun starts. 5, 6. Reaching as tall as possible, supporting your weight with your hand that's on the ground. And last one, 10. Good stuff. All right, we have one more movement before we throw it all into the fun part. Frog jumps. I don't know why, I hope no frogs were hurt making of this exercise. So with frog jumps, I'm going to show from the seated position. What we're doing essentially is we're bringing our feet together to our hands. We're standing up. All right, so frog jumps from a seated position. Megan's going to demonstrate. She's going to extend her 2 legs forward, heels touching, toes up, reaching deep as far as possible. When she's ready to do the frog jump, she brings her upper body back, jumps her legs, flat feet on the ground, sit up and repeat. Simple, simple, simple. We're going to do 8 frog jumps. I'm going to demonstrate from the floor. Again, you have the chair as your variation, and you have Megan from a seated position. Let's get ready in 3, 2, 1. In the plank, jump, repeat, jump, repeat. Nice and soft knees, jump. The intensity is up to you. How far you can get your feet can determine your hip flexibility. We got 1 more, and 8. Good job. Next, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to bring it into our circuit, have a little fun. Stay tuned, be right back.
Take a break here. Stay hydrated.
All right, everybody, so now it's time to have some fun with our workout. What we're going to do, we're going to take those 5 movements that we did. We have the inchworm, we have the inchworm with a shoulder tap, we have a climber, we have the plank twist, and we have the frog jump. What we're going to do, we're going to throw that all in a little blender, call it a circuit. We're going to do 3 circuits. So, workout, inchworms. So again, I'm going to show you the full movements. We're going to do an inchworm. As we showed earlier, we're going to have a shoulder tap. Megan's going to demonstrate as well. We're going to have a climber from the plank. Then we're going to have a high twist from the plank. And then we're going to have a frog jump from the plank. What we're going to do is each one of those movements are going to be in progression. We're going to do 1 inchworm and come back. We're going to do an inchworm and a shoulder tap, then come back. Inchworm, shoulder tap, climber, come back. You get the idea. And we're going to then call it a workout 3 times. Call it quits, cool down, get that inner athlete moving. All right, so we ready, Megan?
Ready.
You better be ready. All right, so let's get ready. We're going to start with our first circuit. Again, inchworm first. I'll give you about 5 seconds to transition. And before we start, again, with the chair variations, same thing as we did before. Everything we're going to do from the chair, on the ground, exact same moves we did in the beginning. So we're going to either pick whichever one you want. You can always transition depending on your feeling as well. Megan's here as well. She's going to show you the seated positions. So we're going to start the workout. Start with inchworms. I'll cue you on the next movement as we move forward. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1 inchworm, out and back to your starting position. Now, we're going to do inchworm to a shoulder tap in 3, 2, 1. Walk back out to inchworm. We're going to do shoulder tap, one on each arm, and then back to your starting position. Now, inchworm, shoulder tap, and one each climber. 3, 2, 1. Walk out. Tap, tap, climber, climber, and then back. All right, you see what we're doing now? Okay, now we're going to add our plank twist at the end of the climber. 3, 2, 1. Walk out. Tap, tap, climber, climber. Now we got our twist, and we got our other twist, and then we're back. Good. Now we got our frog jumps at the end of our twist. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walk out. Got our taps. We got our climbers. We got our high twist. And we got our frog jumps to complete. Congratulations. That's one circuit. I'm going to give you guys about 1.5 minutes rest. Either press pause on your video, count 1.5 minutes, get some water, come back for round 2.
Take a break. You're working hard.
All right, everybody, I hope you took your break. You're going to need it for the next round. It's nothing new. We're going to repeat the same thing we did, just again. So Megan's going to do it from seated position. Again, pick your chair variation or from the ground. There's no harm in switching up between sets. It's up to you. Make sure you feel good. Keep your heart pumping, just not too hard. All right, so we're going to start with our second cycle of this workout. Same thing as again, inchworms, taps, climbers, planks, and frog jumps. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walk out to your inchworm and back. All right, we're going to slow it down. We're going to quick it up. Again, walk down to your inchworm, tap, tap, and back. All right, next one. Walk down to inchworm, tap, tap, climb, climb, and back. All right, keep it going. Tap, tap, climb, climb. Now we got twist, other side, and back. Last one. Twist, sorry, tap, climb. I do get confused. Climb, twist, twist, and jump. Congratulations. That's number 2. Again, we're going to take another pause, get some water, come back, minute. I'm going to give you only 1 minute this time, not 1.5 minutes. I'm going to pump it up a little bit, come back in 1 minute, get our third round, and then we'll cool down at the end.
Take a break. Almost done.
All right, everybody, hope you take your minute break. We're going to get into our third round. This is our final round, so let's make this count. We're going to watch Megan make sure she does it correctly, and she puts the energy that she needs to put it as well. All right, so we're going to start again from our standing position. We're going to run through this last 5 cycles again. In 3, 2, 1, inchworms. And back. All right, let's go. Inchworm to shoulder tap. 1, 2, and back. Let's go. Inchworm, shoulder tap, and climb. And back. That's good, let's go. Tap, tap, climb, climb. Now twist, other side, and back. Last one. Tap, keep the breathing good. Twist, other side, and jump. Congratulations, 3 rounds. Simple, right? You can do this anytime you want. This is a real great exercise. How'd you feel, Megan?
Great.
Your heart beating as much as mine?
Yes.
Liar. All right, everybody, great job. Hope you had your fun, quote unquote fun with that workout. If you want to, you can repeat that workout. If you feel that it wasn't enough, you want a little more, just hit rewind and go again. All right, so we're going to do a couple of cool downs. We're going to start with our right arm. We're going to bring it across our body to our other shoulder, and we're going to take our left arm just underneath our elbow and just going to gently press it into your body. What we're doing is we're relaxing the shoulders. Those are the muscles that work a lot during this workout, so we're just going to breathe it in, breathe it out. Want to hold these for about 20, 30 seconds just to really feel that release of the muscles. All right. Just keep your breathing pattern in nice and steady. And 3, 2, 1, and then other side. Repeat, same movements. Cross your body, other arm underneath your elbow, and just gently bring it into your chest. And just breathe, slowing your heart rate down. Again, you want to do these type of stretches at the end of your workout, not at the beginning. This is what relaxes the muscles, not getting them ready for a workout. All right, and what we're going to do with our last one, we're just going to exhale deeply and going to just release and fold forward to the floor. Megan's going to fold forward towards her feet. I'm just going to stretch out a little bit of lower back and just let your body hang. Your hands, if they can touch the ground, that's great. If not, wherever they hang, that's okay. Just want to release some of the tension, especially in the lower parts of your body regarding your hamstrings, behind your leg muscle, also your glutes. And we're just relaxing, just keep the breath going. And this way, just start slowing things down, getting ready for the rest of your day or your evening. And let's count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everybody, that's it. Hope you had a great workout. Please leave some comments if you need to. Tell me how great I did. Don't tell me how great I didn't do. And we'll see you in the next workout. Take care.
Ability Center's Inner Athlete.